Have you ever wondered what would happen if you jumped into a black hole? Today we're going to delve into a celestial mystery that has both fascinated and perplexed the human mind for centuries, the enigma of black holes. Black holes, as their name suggests, are quite literally holes in the fabric of space-time. They are cosmic phenomena of such intense gravitational pull that nothing, not even light, the fastest thing in the universe, can escape their grasp. This gravitational force is so strong because black holes are incredibly dense, packing an enormous amount of matter into a relatively small space. But where do black holes come from? Well, they are the final stage in the life cycle of massive stars. When a star that is significantly larger than our Sun exhausts its nuclear fuel, it can no longer support its own weight. The pressure from the star's own gravity causes it to collapse inward, crushing all of its matter down to a single point. This spectacular cosmic event, known as a supernova, leaves behind a black hole. These mysterious entities are not just fascinating, they're fundamental to our understanding of the universe. They challenge our conceptions of space and time, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. They are the ultimate embodiment of the unknown, the unseeable, the unreachable. Now you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but what does this have to do with me jumping into a black hole? Well, it's important to understand the nature of these cosmic phenomena to grasp the potential consequences of such a daring venture. Just know this: a black hole is not a friendly place. Their gravity is so strong that once you cross the event horizon, the point of no return, there's no coming back. So a black hole is not exactly a hospitable place, but what if you were to take the plunge anyway? Stay tuned as we explore this thought experiment in the next scene. Imagine for a moment that you're about to take a leap of faith into a black hole. Now let's not dwell on why you'd do such a thing. Instead, let's focus on what might happen to you on this daring journey. As you approach the black hole, you would encounter its event horizon. This is not a physical boundary, but a point of no return. Anything that crosses this line, whether it's light, matter, or an audacious explorer like yourself, can never escape the black hole's gravitational pull. You would be, for all practical purposes, swallowed by the universe's darkest secret. As you cross the event horizon, you might feel a bit unusual. You wouldn't immediately be crushed or torn apart. Instead, you might undergo a process that scientists have affectionately dubbed spaghettification. This term refers to the extreme tidal forces you would experience. The pull of gravity would be so much stronger at your feet than at your head, that you would be stretched out into a long, thin shape, much like a piece of spaghetti. But the story doesn't end there. The closer you get to the black hole's center, the stronger the gravitational pull becomes, and the faster you're stretched. You would continue to elongate, becoming thinner and thinner. And yet, from your perspective, you might not notice much of a difference. You see, the laws of physics can behave quite peculiarly in the vicinity of a black hole. However, it's important to note that this scenario is entirely theoretical. Our current understanding of black holes comes from mathematical models and indirect observations. We can't send a probe or a brave astronaut to see what really happens inside a black hole. Not yet, at least. So, you might end up looking like a piece of spaghetti, but that's not all that could happen. Stay tuned, because the deeper we dive into the black hole, the stranger things are going to get. As you go deeper into the black hole, you would eventually reach the singularity. This is the core of the black hole, where all its mass is concentrated. It's like the heart of the black hole, a point of infinite density and gravity. Yes, you heard that right, infinite. This means that the gravitational pull is so strong that nothing can escape from it, not even light. That's why we call them black holes, because they literally absorb all the light that comes near them. But here's the kicker. At the singularity, the laws of physics as we know them cease to function. The rules that govern how our universe works, the principles that we've relied on to understand everything from the movement of planets to the behavior of subatomic particles, they all break down at the singularity. It's like stepping into a place where up is down, left is right, and nothing makes sense. This is where Einstein's theory of relativity comes into play. According to this groundbreaking theory, as you approach the singularity, time would seem to slow down. Imagine a clock falling into a black hole. As it gets closer to the singularity, the hands of the clock would appear to move slower and slower until they appear to stop completely. But from the perspective of the clock, time is moving normally. It's a mind-bending concept, isn't it? Now, we can't go poking around inside black holes to test all this. But these theories have stood up to rigorous mathematical testing and are widely accepted by the scientific community. They offer the best explanation we have for what happens inside these celestial enigmas. But remember, this is all theoretical. The reality could be even stranger. Or maybe black holes are just cosmic vacuum cleaners, sucking up everything in sight and spitting it out somewhere else in the universe. Who knows? Now, wouldn't that be a trip? But remember, this is all theoretical. But wait, there's more to this story. What if black holes are not just cosmic vacuums, but gateways to other universes? Let's delve deeper into this thought. Imagine for a moment that black holes are not just the cosmic trash compactors we've been talking about. What if they're more like cosmic subway stations, providing a direct route to different corners of our universe, or even to other universes altogether? This isn't just science fiction, mind you. Some of the greatest minds in physics have pondered over this very possibility. The late Stephen Hawking, for instance, suggested that black holes could potentially create tunnels through space-time. These tunnels, known as wormholes, could theoretically allow for faster-than-light travel across vast distances. Another prominent physicist, Kip Thorne, also threw his hat into the wormhole ring. Thorne proposed that if wormholes do exist, they might be found within black holes. This means that, instead of being crushed into oblivion, an intrepid explorer falling into a black hole might find themselves spat out in some far-flung part of the cosmos. Or even more tantalizingly, in a completely different universe. But before we get too carried away, it's important to remember that these ideas are purely speculative. While they make for great dinner party conversation and sci-fi plotlines, the reality is that we have yet to find any concrete evidence to support these theories. That being said, the lack of evidence doesn't mean these theories are without merit. The beauty of science is that it's a constantly evolving field. What seems unlikely or impossible today might be proven true tomorrow. And even if these theories about black holes and wormholes never get confirmed, they still play a crucial role in pushing the boundaries of our understanding and fueling our collective curiosity. In the grand scheme of things, we're just beginning to scratch the surface of understanding black holes. Our current knowledge is the equivalent of dipping a toe into an ocean of mysteries. There's still so much to learn, so many questions to answer. So what happens if you jump into a black hole? Well, based on what we know now, the outlook isn't great, but who knows? Perhaps one day we'll find that black holes are not the cosmic dead ends we currently perceive them to be. Maybe they're bridges to other universes, shortcuts through space-time, or something else entirely that we haven't even conceived of yet. So while jumping into a black hole is not on anyone's to-do list, it's fascinating to imagine what might happen. Just remember, the universe is full of mysteries, and black holes are one of the biggest.